What is a smash burger? To find out, I went to the 2 best smash burgers here in Miami and learned as much as I could to make the best smash burgers at home. And I learned a few tricks that are gonna change your smash burger game. First stop was Skinny Louie's in Wynwood. It's a 1950s diner vibe with a simple menu. 3 burgers, fries, and milkshakes. That's all you need, really. They use 100% Angus beef patties with the original Louie sauce. On an average weekend, they sell about 2,500 patties a day. Their smash burgers are classic and comforting. Perfect blend of simplicity and flavor. The buns are soft, buttery, and slightly toasted. A burger I'm looking forward to recreating. For starters, we need to know the difference between a burger and a smash burger, and what things we should avoid when we're making them at home. And the manager Jorge was nice enough to give us some pointers.
The difference in a smash burger and a regular burger is that when you smash the burger, you release all the flavor of the meat. And when you cook it on the grill, it gets crunchy and toasted. One of the most mistakes that people make is like over salty the meat. And also the grill has to be hot enough. 1 minute, 2 minutes, no more than that. Just depend on the heat of the grill.
So smash burgers are obviously not the prettiest burgers in the world, but you make up for that in flavor. Instead of a thick, girthy, juicy burger, you get these thinner, crispy patties, but that doesn't mean they lack in moisture or flavor. They actually have more flavor.
After learning those tips, I'm ready to learn how to make one at home. So I went to USBS, a clever name for a UPS-themed smash burger restaurant. Located inside of the Citadel food hall, their burger is almost all made from scratch. From homemade potato buns and fresh cut fries to house crafting their own meat. The burgers are not just smash burgers. These are well thought out, quality ingredient, soulfully built, original smash burgers. USBS's burgers are grilled to perfection and topped with a thought out blend of cheese sauce, then put in between fresh baked buns. Chef Mikey put his love of the craft into everything he does, and it shows. These were his pointers as to how to make them at home.
You want a hot surface, usually like a cast iron. You have like a stainless steel that's like heavy. That works as well. Like a medium-high heat, I would say. You want to really develop a crust, which will give you more flavor. Clean surface and cold meat is essential. So when you smash it down, the cold meat won't stick to your spatula. Or if not, you can use like a piece of parchment paper as well. The fat content should be somewhere between like a 75-25 or an 80-20. We use what's called in the industry CBS, chopped brisket and sirloin. We do it since we smash it straight onto the surface. We just salt the bottom, so at least we get that side. And then as we smash it, a little bit of kosher salt on top and like 2 cracks of like fresh black pepper, and that's it. Make our own house cheese here. It's a blend of cheddar and fontina, and it melds well with our sauce. But cheese, I would say, I would just keep it very simple. You know, everyone's favorite special sauce.
They make their own buns, but for me, at home, what kind of buns should I use?
Martin's potato roll.
You were quick on that, you knew.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one. Like, that's the go-to. That's smash burgers, Martin's potato roll.
And there's a few tips and tricks that Mikey told me off camera that I'm excited to show you. We're gonna need equipment, Martin's potato rolls, and meat. I did 80 to 20%. For the equipment, I just got some cheap stuff on Amazon. Got a smasher. I got my hot griddle for the flat surface, and my spatula. Okay, I'm gonna start by turning my beef into little balls and then putting them in the fridge so they can stay cold. Mikey said around 2 to 3 ounces, so I'm making 2.5 ounce balls. Now we're gonna chill these while I prepare everything else and not to over squish them so that they don't get tense.
That's what she said.
Okay, every place has their own special sauce. So I'm gonna make a concoction of all of the sauces I can find in my fridge, pretty much. They put a decent amount of butter, so I'm gonna load it up. All right, let's pop this bad boy on. All right. Okay, oh, that one's toasted. Try again. Put it on a lower setting, so hopefully this will be a nice light toast. As you can see, this is gonna be a trial and error because everybody's stove is different, so mine's just really friggin' hot. I'm nervous, I'm not gonna lie, because if I can burn the buns, I can burn the meat. One of the tips that Mikey told me that is something unique that he does is he salts the grill first. That way it has salt on both sides. Here we go. I'm nervous. Okay, time to flip. That was exciting, but I forgot another tip that Mikey told me. He uses cheese sauce instead of regular cheese because by the time that the cheese melts, the burger's gonna be overcooked. Before we continue, I'm gonna go make some cheese sauce. I'm melting down some Gouda and some cheddar, and then I'll add some milk if it's too thick. Salt. Smush. Where's my smusher? Ah, that's okay. Whoosh. So let's build the burger. Okay, we're gonna start with our toasted bun. 1 smashed patty. And then we're gonna add our cheese sauce. I'm a 1 patty girl, so just 1 patty and then some grilled onions. And our special sauce. Okay, for those of you who have made smash burgers before, you might be laughing at me, but I'm proud. So let's try it. Wow. You know what? Best burger I've ever had. Nah, I'm just playing. I'll definitely stick to going and buying a smash burger, but if you want to make it at home, this is fire. All right, so we had a lot of trial and error, you know, so that you don't have to. I see now the importance of Jorge saying the grill has to be hot enough, because this is when it's not hot enough. This is a no caramelization, and this is hot enough. You can see the meat is caramelized and more brown. What else? Make sure the meat is cold, because as soon as the meat stopped being so cold, it was sticking to my smoosher. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Well, that was fun. I learned a lot, and I hope you did too. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see next. Bye.